everyone, hope you're all doing good, and today I'm going to be doing another collection update. This is basically going to be recent pickups from January and February and a few more contest winnings, because that just seems to be happening at the minute. I've got 8 albums to show, ranging from classic rock to death metal, which is crazy chalk and cheese, but it's what I've been getting into recently. I hope you go on and to enjoy the video and the albums that I'm going to show, and yeah, massive thank you for all the support over the last few weeks. Really appreciate it. We're getting close to 360 subscribers now, which is awesome. I really appreciate that. Hopefully we can get there very soon. And massive thanks to everyone who joined for the live stream. We had a good turnout for that, and yeah, hopefully we'll do another one very soon. Now let's get straight into the video. I'm going to begin today with some more contest winnings, which is absolutely mad. And since I've actually won another contest, and the mad thing is that the last 3 contests I've entered, I've won them all. It's a mad, crazy streak I'm on right now. It kind of makes me feel like that they're being rigged or something. But I'm just going to take it as it comes at the minute. So yeah, this one was from George G over at George G's Room of Rock. I didn't actually know about his channel before his contest, and then I ended up going winning it. So yeah, these 2 albums are from him, and it's from the contest about gap fillers that we didn't have in our collection. And yeah, he sent me these 2, which I'm really grateful for. So yeah, the first one is Bolt Throwers for Victory, come out in 1994. It's their 5th album, and to be honest, I absolutely love this. I thought it was fantastic when I heard it. I'd never heard it before as well, before picking it up from George. So yeah, this honestly could be my favourite Bolt Thrower album. I just love the groovy side to this album. It's almost like they really brought the groove side up. Although it also had a lot of blasting in there, a lot of blast beats, which I really enjoyed as well. Some great vocals from Carl Willits. To me, it felt like you could understand him the most out of the more from the earlier albums anyway. Some really great riffs throughout. I'd probably say my favourite songs are probably Remembrance. That could actually be my favourite Bolt Thrower song. That is fantastic. For Victory, Lest We Forget. The last song, Armageddon Bound, is fantastic as well. Yeah, overall, great album, and appreciate George sending me that one. And also this next one, another Bolt Thrower, and this one is their final album, Those Once Loyal. And again, this one is just another solid Bolt Thrower album. Had some great songs. For me, I think it's because it's a later album. It has that more 2000 style production. It was a bit of a different tone to this album. It didn't have that classic Bolt Thrower tone like you got on like War Master and even for Victory as well. But I thought the production was pretty good. Unfortunately, it came with a bit of a scratch there, but it's not a problem. I did enjoy it. Some really nice guitar solos on here. Probably wasn't my favourite Bolt Thrower album, but still there's some really great songs like The Kill Chain, At First Light, Anti-Tank, Last Stand of Humanity I thought was really cool as well. Some good stuff on here. Not my favourite Bolt Thrower, but again, very happy to have it in my collection. Really appreciate George getting this for me and sending it my way. That's awesome. Next up, we're going to move on to the stuff that I've picked up. Firstly, I got this in January. Suicide Silence, the debut album by Suicide Silence, The Cleansing, from 2007. This is the special edition, which comes with an extra bonus disc. It's basically got live stuff and demo stuff on it. I listened to it; it was all right, but I just wanted the first album. Comes in a nice thing like that. Got a picture of the band there. Kept the hype sticker, which is cool. And yeah, it's just a really solid album. Might be my favourite by them. I'm not 100% sure yet. Brutal as hell. It's got that raw early deathcore sound that's got more of a death metal influence. Yeah, it's got some really great songs on it as well, like Unanswered, The Price of Beauty, Bludgeoned to Death, In a Photograph, pretty good. Well, this one's got some bonus tracks, so it's got some extra tracks from their EP, and then it's got a cover of Deftones, which is a bit crap, but whatever. Not really my thing, that. But overall, really happy to pick this up, and I actually wanted to complete my Suicide Silence collection. I wanted to get the new one, but disaster struck with Amazon. I've never had a problem with Amazon on this, but they, it never turned up. There was a problem in transit, so I don't know what happened. Maybe in transit it got damaged, or they crashed, or so, I don't know, but I never got it, which is a shame. I just want to add that I was actually fully refunded for the albums that I didn't get, and I was able to reorder one of them, which I'm pretty happy about, and I'll show now. And yeah, that Suicide Silence one will have to wait for another time, but that's fine. I'll get it at some other time. But yeah, I was able to reorder one of them, and here it is. Aerosmith rocks. This is an album I've wanted for quite a long time. This is their fourth album, come out in 1976, which is quite a vast difference from Suicide Silence, but yeah, I've been really getting into this band, and I really wanted to pick this one up, and I'm really glad to have it now, because I really loved it. Could be my favourite from what I've heard by them so far. For its time, it's a pretty heavy album, and everyone says that this one's the heaviest album. That's kind of intrigued me to want to go and pick it up. And yeah, it's got some fantastic songs. I thought the first song, Back in the Saddle, was really good. Rats in the Cellar, Combination, Sick as a Dog, Nobody's Fault. That song, Nobody's Fault, is actually the song that got me into Aerosmith, and we'll come on to the cause of that later. There's the inside. Look at that picture. That picture is ridiculous. Look at Steven Tyler. What on earth he got on there? I thought that was hilarious when I saw that. Yeah, overall, really great album, and I really want to pick up more from this band, as I'm really getting into them a lot now. I really want to pick up the rest of their 70s catalogue. I've got Toys in the Attic, well, my dad's got that. But yeah, the band that actually got me into Aerosmith originally was Testament, with their cover of Nobody's Fault, which I really liked. And that segues nicely into this, because I got Low by Testament, come out in 1994, their 6th album. And the reason why I wanted to get this is because Steve S&T Young, he did a video a couple of months ago, and he was playing this in the background, and it just reminded me that I needed to go and get it. Plus on Amazon it was pretty cheap. It was about $5.99, brand new. So I thought that's a no-brainer. Gotta get it. So yeah, I got it, and yeah, this is a fantastic album. I really enjoy this. I know some people might switch off from these albums and the next ones, but I think they're all great. Honestly, I think Testament haven't done a bad album, and this is no exception. Of course, this is the first one without Alex Skolnick, and they got the great James Murphy to come in, and some of the guitar solos on this album are absolutely unbelievable. Definitely for the song Trail of Tears, James does his best Skolnick impression on that song, and it's just fantastic. Yeah, it's a bit of a different kind of sounding album, this as well. They kind of move away from the thrash and they incorporate this kind of groovy, death metal-y kind of sound, which I think works really well. Chuck Billy's vocals are absolutely phenomenal on here. And yeah, just some awesome songs like the title track, Hail Mary, Trail of Tears has got to be one of my favourites. Dog-Faced Gods as well is a fantastic song. Chasing Fear, Ride is cool. I really like the instrumental Urotsukoji Kidoji. Oh, I've been trying to practice that and I've messed it up. Urosuikoji or something like that. But yeah, great album. Next up, as some of you may know, over the last year or so I've been on a mission to try and increase my AC/DC collection, and now I believe it is mission complete because I've got these two, which I'm very happy about, and also on the fact of AC/DC, I'm going to see them in July. I can't wait. They're playing at Wembley Stadium and I cannot wait for that gig. It's going to be so cool. I feel really privileged that I'm going to get an opportunity to see them before they retire. And yeah, hopefully, maybe other people in the VC might be going, or if you are, let me know, because that'd be awesome to see you there if I can. So yes, these albums. First up, Power Age. I showed this on the stream briefly. Yeah, I wanted to get this one because I haven't got many Bon Scott albums left. All I have left is the debut, and if you don't count the Australian ones. Yeah, I thought this one was really great. Probably not my favourite. I think Let There Be Rock is my favourite, but this one's a close second because it's just solid from start to finish. I love Bon Scott's vocals as well. For me, he's my favourite out of the two. But yeah, this has got some really good songs on it, like Rock and Roll Damnation, Gimme a Bullet, Riff Raff, Sin City, Kicked in the Teeth. The last song is really good as well. Yeah, just a solid AC/DC album, and one I'm very happy to own now. And the other one is the classic, not just a classic, the Back in Black. It's a really cool etching on the front, which I didn't know. So yeah, this is their 7th album, of course their first with Mr. Geordie himself. Yeah, 1980 as well. This came out, and I've got to be honest, this is really nice set actually. This, but I've got to be perfectly honest here. This is where we're going to make some enemies. I think I was a bit disappointed by this one for its stature and for its grandeur. I wasn't fully whelmed by it. I thought some of it was really great. You know, you got some great songs on here like Hell's Bells, Back in Black, obviously. I really like the last song, Rock and Roll Ain't Noise Pollution. Yeah, but some of the others I just thought were okay. You know, great, okay, but not great. Yeah, I don't know. It's just something about it that I just wasn't a big fan of. Like Shoot to Thrill, I thought was all right, but not great. You Shook Me All Night Long. I'm kind of done with that song, to be honest. I don't think it's as good as other tracks that they've done. And yeah, this album basically just reminded me of why I'm not the biggest fan of Brian Johnson. I think that's the biggest problem here. I'm just not a big fan of Brian Johnson's vocals. I know that'll annoy some people, but it is what it is. I'm not the biggest fan of his vocals, and that's what lets it down for me, unfortunately. And last up, we're going to go back to classic death metal now. And this is a classic, maybe possibly the first death metal album ever, Scream Bloody Gore, from 1987. And yeah, this is the Relapse reissue with the double disc. I've not listened to disc 2, I've only listened to disc 1. But yeah, oh yeah, a bit of damage there on the front of the top of the CD thing there. Bit annoying, but you know, this is slowly becoming one of my favourite death albums. You know, I've only heard it a handful of times, but man, it is really, really good. There is some fantastic thrashy sounding riffs throughout. Really great guitar solos. Really like Chuck Schuldinger's vocals on here as well. For me, this is probably the true beginning of what death metal truly sounded like. Yeah, this whole album is just absolutely stunning. The first song, Infernal Death, and Zombie Ritual are awesome. Baptized in Blood, I thought was really good. Evil Dead, Mutilation as well. The title track, Scream Bloody Gore. And it's even got some bonus tracks, Beyond the Unholy Grave and Land of No Return. They're pretty great as well. And yeah, now I've only got 3 death albums to go, which are the last 3. So hopefully over the next few years or so I'll pick them up, and then I'll have all the death albums. So that was my latest CD collection update. I'd love to know what you thought of all the albums that I've shown. And one more time, a big thanks to George for sending me those Bolt Thrower albums for the contest. I really appreciate that. And yeah, thanks ever so much for watching if you got this far. Not sure what the next videos are going to be. It's all a bit up in the air. I'll think of something, but we'll probably have a live stream soon anyway, so that'll be cool. And yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching. Until the next time, keep it metal.